False.
Hey, welcome to another.
Wow.
Welcome to another The Forsaken every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on Madbird Streams. We're glad to be here. Yeah, hopefully, let me take my camera, my extra camera off of there that I have on there for as a placeholder. There we go. It's better. Um, yeah, every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time we have The Forsaken here on Madbird Streams, which is what you're watching now. And yes, we have a couple players out tonight for various reasons. But we look forward to hopefully having them back next week. So, I don't, of course, this has become a habit with me. I haven't written up anything like fancy as a recap for last week, but we'll try to accommodate. So last week, let me get some nice. Well, I'm scatterbrained, obviously. We're just gonna get some nice music playing here. Yes. So last week on The Forsaken, let's see here. Pixarin visited Jocelyn in his room and started asking him questions, specifically about taking down the library from the inside, something like that. Jocelyn immediately kind of freaked out. Well, not really freaked out, but panicked inwardly and revealed that, that they had been listening in, that, Pixarin was in trouble, that he had been asked to try and convince her to help the library, to agree to their terms. I was going to say of service, but agree to their terms to help them and to try and get the rest of her party to do that. That he was tasked to do that, kind of with the threat that if he didn't, that they would come after him or come after Pixarin or both of them. So he kind of revealed that to Pixarin, and kind of said, well, explained that he was going to try his hardest to go to the library the next morning and try to take care of it himself to where she won't be targeted by them, because, they would now be suspicious of her, but he's going to try to kind of iron that out. Was kind of the summary of what he talked to her about. They spent the night together. The next morning, he left her some rings, as well as a note, and he was gone. So, yeah, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, the rest of you were downstairs in the tavern. The rest of the party was downstairs in the tavern talking to Ziti, Polo's mouse friend, who kind of works for the library, kind of stays there, but talked about his sneak skills, and that he could find out information for them. But they asked him a bunch of questions. He gave some answers. Also kind of hinted at a few things that, I think the party kind of picked up on. And yeah, what else happened? Oh yeah, Ingot. The party saw Ingot. Kazeel tried to buy her some drinks. To which she, and tried to talk to her, to which she was like, F you. And then she went outside where Gerbil ran into her after having a very interesting dance with Zelthora. But Gerbil ran to Ingot outside. They had a little chat and just kind of went their separate ways. Yeah. Oh, and then Gerbil had a weird vision last week or something in the middle of the night where he woke up and there was a weird little portal in his room with people talking through it, and all of a sudden it closed. Was it a dream? Or did it actually happen? We may never know. Oh, and they also found out kind of that Z could possibly be dead, is what Ziti's information was. Kazeel tried to reach out to him afterwards to no avail. Kazeel also tried to reach out to a couple other women Not to the best of responses, including the swords. Uh, so, yeah, a lot of attempt at conversation and communication was made last week, mostly to awkward attempts, or mostly to awkward attempts and awkward results. Um, or to disappointing results. That can be the summary of interactions last week. We left off last week with, it was the next morning. Pixarin she'd woken up when, oh my gosh, Jocelyn. All of the J names were going through my head at the same time. She woke up when Jocelyn was leaving, but didn't actually get out of, didn't let him in on that she had, that she was awake when he left. She got the rings, got the note, went downstairs and started drinking. To which I think, Zavar, you found her down there, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, started drinking with her. The rest of you, I don't remember specifics. I know that Gerbil had gotten up out of bed, went to Zolthora's store to get her. They had a cute little exchange, and then they were on their way downstairs. Yeah. Am I missing anything? I think that was it. Everyone else was kind of waking up the next morning. Juniper, I know that you watched last week's episode. Was there anything in retrospect that you would have done? That you would care to point out, or?
I noticed that Gerbil had spoken up and asked ZD to investigate the steering wheel, if that's how I heard that correctly. Was it ZD?
Mm-hmm.
And she would have been just probably wasted. And she's just been like, if there's a moment to cry, she's been doing it. So
sure.
I don't think she's noticed much that's been going on. So nope, just would have been trying to keep up with Zavar at the bar, probably. Okay. Nothing super deep. Okay. Sorry.
All right. So the next morning, I'm sure that I may have went through everyone last week. I know where Zavar, and I know what Gerbil was doing. He got up, went and got Zolthora. They were going downstairs. Pixarin's down there. I think Tegan, you were heading downstairs as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And Juniper, and in the morning, would there have been anything specific you would have done, or were you just head downstairs to the tavern for breakfast?
No, I didn't. I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Well, maybe she would have spent some time with her. No, it's fine. Just downstairs.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So everyone, the rest of you, Zavar, you're already there with Pixarin drinking. And so, Gerbil, you get downstairs with Zolthora. We'll just say for time's sake, Juniper and Tegan, you get downstairs around the same time. And would see, Zavar and Pixarin there at the table, drinking. And we'll say that Kazil has already got down there too and is joining. Rhaenyra kind of tags behind the rest of you. So.
Can you remind me, when did Kazil have did he already have his powwow with what's her name?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I would say he would have left a little bit earlier for that. So we'll say that he's not at the table yet then. So Kazil is not up that y'all can see.
Yeah.
But I think most of you knew about his meeting with Zeltara. So, all right. So you see Zavar and Pixarin just kind of, Pixarin, I think, had several drinks. You had several drinks lined up in front of you at the table. 5. Yeah.
I'm on the 4th one at this point.
Shuni will stumble down the stairs and see what's happening at the bar. And she doesn't even have the energy to put a normal hop in her steps. She's just gonna drag her ass over to the bar and climb on a bar stool and just sit next to Pixar if she'll give her space.
Ah,
Ow. Oh God, it's so loud this morning.
sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I'll whisper.
It's one of those what are you drinking? I don't even care what it is.
Okay.
She's like
You want the last one?
yes, I do.
Okay. There you go.
She's just gonna finish that. And Zavar down here.
Yeah, I'll just kind of lean over and hold my flask up.
She appreciates you not trying to start a conversation.
Oops.
Yeah.
Zavar knows these mornings all too well.
We don't know Kazeel to make his coffee this morning, I see. Okay.
I'm gonna slide the little plate that I have in front of Junie quietly. And whoever else.
You know, sit down, take a pastry, and give it like a quizzical look to everybody else at the table, and sort of like, it is morning, isn't it? I didn't sleep late, did I?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Here. But she's like trying to say it quietly so Junie's not like
Yes,
freaking out.
So is everyone at a bar or a table?
Take a table.
I think
Table.
Yeah, Pixarin
Yeah.
went to a table.
Okay.
Wherever there's alcohol and now donuts.
Yeah.
Listen, this is no ocean, but this is as close to it as I'm gonna get because everything is a little wobbly right now. But I thank you for these pastries, and I don't know what our plans are, but I think that if I'm gonna get any answers out of this godforsaken plane, we might have to do stuff we're not gonna like. And I'm here for you all because I really need some answers, and maybe not to be so hungover. And she just can head on the bar.
I don't know. I'm not one to. I don't. At the very least, we're not going to join these people, right? We're not going to. At least I'm not in the mind of becoming part of this, whatever this library thing is.
Oof. You all heard my piece last night, 4 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
No,
For my journal for 4 weeks ago.
7 years ago.
I think they're too powerful for us to try to outsmart them. I think they are thought well ahead of our motives. And I think if we agree or whatever, they'll somehow entrap us, and then we won't have a choice.
I don't think we've got a choice, Gerbil. They've got too much against us already. What?
So you're willing to sacrifice who you are just for answers?
That's all I have left. I mean, well, just looking at her ale. There's nothing left. I don't think it matters much what happens after this. I don't think we've got a choice in the matter. But we can't not answer them, right? We're here. They're here. I mean, look at this place. We're in the bar, at the library. We're here. And they're expecting something from us. And it doesn't matter. I mean, they'll take whatever they need to take to get us to cooperate. So.
I'm gonna
I
get up
think-
quietly and then get 5 more ale and come back.
The bartender just kind of helps you wordlessly, gets the ale and gives it to you, kind of noticing your disposition, and gives a nod, takes your silver.
Question. Hey, Junie, why do you think that's the only choice?
Say that again, Melissa. You were too quiet.
Why do you think that's the only choice?
Well, to cooperate with them, you mean? To
Yeah.
to do what
Yeah.
they want. I mean, I don't know what your steering wheel is, but they've got mine, and I know that if I don't do what they want, that they're gonna probably take everything I have left. And they've been able to do that just by showing me, right? And I know you all have lost so much to this. They're just, it's such a big ship. It's a giant ship. We'll never be able to take it down. We don't have any choice but to become crew. No water. What other choices are there? We can't fight this ship.
Oh, I don't think we're suggesting fight. I
think
we just agreed to, I mean, there's certain areas of their interest that coincide with areas of our interest, like the bright ones up north. They want to investigate that. We want to certainly find out what's about that. And we don't have to tell them everything we found.
I think that no matter what we do, I think they're gonna let us leave, whether we're working for them or not. And even if we think we're not, they're gonna have eyes on us. They wouldn't have fed us the information about the bright ones. But that being said, I'm not going to officially agree to them sign a contract or make a deal or a bargain,
No,
because
I'm with you on
then
that.
we lose
No
some
oaths,
points.
no commitments, no.
But I mean, like we said, this was a power play. They don't care what we say at this point. This was to scare us. And it's worked. But at least once we're out there, we're not here. We're not in the belly of the beast. I think that should be our goal, no matter what happens during this meeting.
Would be nice to put some space between this place and that. I don't know. Pixon, you seem to think there's another option, and Gerbils right. I guess I'm just scared. But
Well, if we join them and we get one of those necklaces that Jocelyn had, you'll never escape them. They hear everything. Everything.
Does that would probably be yeah. I think you're right.
mm,
You can take it off for a little bit, but you got to put it back on after a little bit too. Start getting headaches. But
no, I don't want any more headaches. No.
do you think, Junie, that there's any other way that you can get more information, or do you think the library's it for what you need?
I mean, the bright ones. I'm just trying to remember. They said they found the steering wheel, I think northwest, and the bright ones were northeast.
Or
Maybe?
opposite. Bright
Opposite?
ones were northwest. The ship was found northeast.
Okay. I mean, going north, getting out of here, I can't do anything from the middle of this beast. So maybe there are others we could ask for help. But I can't be in the same room as that and get any information from them. I can barely see straight when I'm in there. Maybe the bright ones. But I don't think anyone here can help in this place. This library. You all can, obviously, but I don't know. I think maybe getting out of here, going towards. Maybe we'll find more answers there.
DM, Trevor's gonna kind of like scan the room. Is there anyone else here that may be overhearing, oversaying?
Make a perception check.
That's not too bad. It could have been better. 15. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, you of course see the bartender behind the bar. There are about 3 or 4 people coming in. Since everyone has sat down and kind of came downstairs to the tavern, there have been maybe like 5 other patrons that have shown up and just kind of like taken tables and are getting some breakfast. You also see Ingot at the bar as you look around. Now, your table, I mean, I'm just assuming that probably just from familiarity, which is how people, that you sat at the same table that you did last night, which is probably about 25 feet from the bar. I mean, this is a pretty good sized tavern, so.
Okay. After today, he's gonna keep his eyes like on Ingot,
Sure.
especially, but he's gonna kind of like lean in towards everybody at the table. Last night, I don't know what it was I saw. then he'll quickly kind of like look at Zolthera. But this was before our walk.
Oh.
Uh,
Kind of smirks.
there was a. Sybil will try not to. He will desperately not make eye contact with anyone. There was. I don't know if it was a vision or something, but I heard voices, and I woke up, and there was a portal of some kind in my room. Someone trying to speak to me or try to make a contact. They were confused that I was a bugbear, but what I did notice was the main person speaking was it looked to be a female, maybe half elf. I don't. She had brown hair, which, if you remember what, it was Zedi who told us about the brown-haired girl. If you remember, Zedi said that the Bright Ones were involved with that missing child, Ward, and the only reason they thought it was the Bright Ones was because they saw a brown-haired woman running around. So, I mean, obviously, I don't trust anything we see here 100%, but this hasn't been our first indication to explore north. I didn't tell any of you this because I was kind of freaked out by it, but back when we were in the desert in Rakoth, Rakoth was the desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a weird dream about someone and a compass and going north, and then when I woke up, there was a compass in my bag that had not been there, and there's signs from that compass that it came up north. So
You have the compass, Turbo?
Yeah. I assume I still have the compass.
Yeah, still in your
Can
bag.
Can I see it?
I'll pull it out and hand it to Junie. I'll make sure I go back in my notes. What is all written on it?
But you think that the brown-haired girl that you saw last night might be the same one that our new mouse friend
I mean,
mentioned.
it's obviously wishful thinking. I mean, it's not like there's not many brown-haired people in the world. But I don't know.
Shell's getting props.
See? And just happen to have a compass. Okay, just gonna look at it, but not really say much because
Yeah, it's it definitely seems to be specifically pointing in a specific direction, as if drawn to it. Juniper.
okay. As she moves it around, does it keep pointing towards? It's not pointing north. It's pointing.
It's
very
pointing in a
specific.
direction, but it's staying. Yeah, it's staying in that direction, right?
Now I know. I know I've had a lot to drink. That's not how compasses work. I
Gerbil,
Oh, shake
Gerbil,
it.
yeah, yeah. Gerbil, when you discovered this compass, you said that you had a dream and then it was found in your bag. Did you ever have it examined by someone that understands magic or things like that to make sure that it was safe?
No, this was only a couple days. We've been kind of busy fighting ghosts and dealing with the library.
Oh, you've only just now received it. Well, this is very interesting. But could it be dangerous to just appear to you?
I've seen. Yes.
Do you normally have dreams and have things that you dream about pop into your possessions? I mean, that would be
No.
a neat trick. I would like that sometimes, but I'm not sure that I think we should be cautious.
I've been cautious this whole time.
I do not doubt
We're-
that. I do not mean to doubt you in your cautiousness. This is true. This is true.
But it is very strange.
There are
But-
many strange things that are happening, and this is another one. I mean, I have been only variously exposed to magical things, and all of a sudden I'm around many of them. Sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed, and I'm concerned that you are okay, and that this isn't going to hurt you or anyone around you.
No.
Point you in a direction that will take you to danger.
Well, it's not just that. Oh wait. I'm reading my notes from that session. That dream. No, I got a point of exhaustion from that dream. I could tell you about that. Good thing that was 3 days ago.
wow.
But the dream itself was not a dream I'm used to having. It was somewhat peaceful dream. Now again, I mean, it could be a manipulation tactic, but
If this is a good sign for you, then I hope the best in whatever it points to, but I think it was smart to bring it up. But I think we should probably investigate it, have it examined. Do you have any
Yes.
suspicions of where it may be pointing?
Well, yes, because as soon as after I had that dream, I prayed to Elistray. And I think this might be the first time Jerk has ever told anybody. he
Say what
prays
now?
At all. Then he'll pull out his holy symbol token that he got from, oh, I forget her name, the priest from way back when. And
The darned priest.
It was in
that-
Lisa Deer, right?
Lisa Deer,
Yeah.
yeah, it was that priest, yeah. Really the only priest we've met, I think, technically speaking. I don't know. Anyways, I'm still not used to that kind of thing, but as soon as I prayed, a pebble fell from nowhere and landed directly in between the Brazenburn and Blackmont mountains, which is northeast of here. Which, if you look at the back of that compass, it is it's apparently from the Northern Trading Company, or the Northern Crown Trading Company. And the Northern Crown is an island to the northeast. And we've heard from the library themselves. The bright ones are. Did we hear that? Didn't they say the bright ones were northeast? Didn't they say that?
Yeah.
They said the bright. Or northwest. Sorry, northwest.
Yeah, northwest.
West.
Sorry. Yeah.
West. Gerbil, what kind of compass you looking at, boy? West.
Weast.
So. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's. I haven't had a chance to disclose any of that.
True, we have been very busy.
Gerbil realized he stopped looking at Ingot. He's gonna look. Is Ingot still there? Is Ingot still just doing her thing?
Ingot is still at the bar, drinking. Her back is to the table. Looks like she's eating something as well. Food.
She should be eating her breakfast vegetables. No.
Just a rat.
Junie, as you, yes, Junie. You're
That's
still
her
looking
name.
at the yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Do you still have the compass, or did you give it back to Gerbil? Okay. As you are examining that, does it seem to be a normal compass from what you are used to using? I've never seen anyone shake one like that before.
Not a snowball.
There's only 15 air bubbles.
It's fine. Yeah.
I don't know. DM, is it a regular looking sea-bearing compass?
Yeah,
or
make an
just compass?
investigation check.
Cool.
Or make a perception check.
I can't remember how to roll for this. Hold on. Investigation, you said?
Perception or investigation.
Ooh. Okay. 21 for perception.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, it looks. It's definitely not as fancy as some of other compasses that you've seen. It doesn't seem as meticulous, but it does seem to be. I mean, working. It does seem to be a properly working compass, other than the needle just kind of staying in this one direction that's not north. And just no matter how you turn it, it just keeps kind of going. It stays directly that way.
Well, she will explain that in terms that she can without giving herself a headache. Yes, I've seen better, but it is working. And I mean, you said it was a nice stream, Gerbil. You don't normally have nice streams. That doesn't sound.
I don't.
Poor Turple.
That's why I woke up in shock and terror. Happiness. Oh.
This is why I can't. That's why I can't sleep next to you. This doesn't sound like something the library would do. The library. No, sorry.
Gerbil wakes up with Junie next to her. Wait, what?
Get it. Just want us some cuddles.
This doesn't
Your
sound
hose are
like.
so cold.
Oh no. My horns would get all tangled in his hair anyways. Okay.
You have like long hair.
That doesn't make it any better.
Okay, listen. You have to try really hard. This doesn't sound like
You make tiny braids in my beard. It does.
I would. This doesn't sound like something the library would do. They don't give people nice dreams, and they don't give us. I mean, yes, this could be a trap. I mean, sure, we'd fall for it. It's what we do, but the nice dreams part doesn't sound like their work.
As many as coincidences seem to have occurred, then perhaps maybe this is a good one. Dribble, I think we need to keep this very safe and perhaps make sure not to share this information so that nobody steals it or uses that against us. This may be something that was truly granted to you for to help. I certainly hope, anyways, without any other information. But as much uncertainty as we are about to embark on, something nice would be good to think about. I mean, y'all can't have as many ascending stones as Kazil, but you know, a nice
It's
magically
true.
pointing at compass. I think maybe that'll be good enough for the rest of
Acidic
us.
stones. He just uses the spell.
Oh yeah. God.
Junie will hand back the compass, but like there's a definite she doesn't quite want to let it go, but she will. Maybe I can look at that again later.
As Judy does that, Tegan will say, Gerbil, why don't you give that to Renarius and see if it's got anything special going on?
You know, I normally would, but I'm still a bit cautious about using magic
No, that's
in
true.
this place. So,
I understand.
what'd you get here? No. But I mean, do you want to hold on to it for a little bit, Junie?
Yes. Yes.
Aw.
Even if it's cursed and has bad spells, it's too late now. Yes, thank you. I know. You whispers, you said. I know nothing. I know nothing of that.
I
Hmm.
mean, Kazil's the one with the cursed swords on his back.
It's fine. Yes, she will
Or he's schizophrenic. Either way.
fill up.
Last thing we need is that man to be schizophrenic.
Okay.
But I think, you know, I kind of mentioned this before, but I think we need to plan our emergency jump ship plan.
Ships.
Sorry, poor choice of words. If something happens in this meeting and things go south,
East.
no, south, bad.
Oh.
You know what I mean. I think we all need to just converge on Renarius. And Renarius, you use the amulet.
I will try to do my best.
Wait, I hope you go.
Y'all think that they'll let us go alive?
I think so.
They want to see where we go.
Oh.
It's the best way to have a spy is they don't know they're a spy.
Hey, Steph. The conversation from last session about was it Zenfred being possibly dead?
Yes.
See, and lots of bodies and souls. Would Junie have been in that conversation, or was that just like, was she there, or
No,
was
you
she?
were there when they were talking to ZD. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I mean, if they kill us, then they can still make use of us, dead or alive, right? We end up helping the library whether we want to or not. In soul form, in case Zavar didn't get that.
Now that is a sobering thought, and I do not like sober thought.
Oh, no, don't say the S word. I don't. Okay, so Renarius is our escape plan. Do we know? We don't know if it's gonna work. That's true.
There's always a chance that they can somehow control all magic in this place. I mean, I hope they're not that powerful, but we have no idea what they're capable of, and they know entirely too much about us. So,
So we go, and they ask us what we want to do, and we say,
we
We want-
respectfully decline, but
And-
we'll check out the leads they have given us.
and then we walk away.
Hopefully.
And
Or
they strike us down and stuff our souls in objects.
or we bug out with Renarius.
Or that. I forgot that plan already.
I think the ideal goal is not to plan on dying.
Sometimes that's the only plan we can have.
Speaking of dying, how long has Kazeel been gone?
All right. Coffee time.
I would say that at this time, around this time, Kazeel will step in. Oh,
Like Beetlejuice. Say his
hey,
name
did
two
I
times.
miss something? He'll come and sit down at the table.
No. We were just discussing how we're gonna respectfully decline their offer and hopefully walk out of here, or emergency bug out, grab Renarius.
Sure.
Did you learn anything important in your...
This is where the DM is at an impasse because
Yeah.
I wasn't given any information to pass along, so
Whoa!
it was
changes everything.
it was an interesting meeting. Learned some things about myself. Maybe I'll share later.
Right.
She seemed nice.
Of course she did.
Kind of smirk.
I bet she did.
Has he met anyone who isn't nice?
It's yet to be determined.
Even if they weren't nice.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I even saw him wink at the librarian, but yeah, who knows?
Ah,
Wouldn't put it past me.
He
at the
just
girl
kind of
who
smiles
stabbed
and shrugs like,
No, no denying.
just
see,
call it like I see
yep.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a
Is
wink and
Inget
a
still-
smile can get you farther than anything else. So,
yeah, as
Flattery
far as a
will get
dagger in your back too.
oh.
Speaking of which, is Ingot still there? Dribbles not like he's keeping an eye on Ingot in
Wow,
case she
nice
like
segue.
Ingot has, it looks like she's finishing up.
she's just like staring at Kazeel as soon as she walked in. Just like,
Well, you'll probably make another perception check, Gerbil.
oof. 4.
Yeah, she might be leaving. Might be not really sure.
So,
Something got your eye, Gerbil.
just, your best friend over there.
I don't know.
Alright. So, when was this meeting? Were they did they give us a time, or were they gonna come gather us, collect us, or something?
They didn't give you a time.
Pico's going to look up and say, listen, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. They've never asked us to join them. They've never made any kind of proposal. They just want us to do some looking into for them. So that's certainly something we could present that we'll go along with. We're supposed to maybe check out the Bright Ones, find artifacts for them, find the time artifacts for them, maybe go to Baron. They pretty much left it open-ended. Not that I'm saying I agree with these people in any way, shape, or form, but it's not like we have to go in there and stomp our feet and say, no, we're not, doing anything for you. It's just, okay, we'll got the information we needed from you, and we'll just take it under advisement.
But why would they ask us to do something for them that we aren't already doing something for ourselves?
That's a good question. Probably, I'm thinking there are places that they can't go.
Piction's gonna dig into her pocket and plop down 5 rings, kind of in the semi-middle of the table. Her arms are probably kind of short, but little arms. So she's gonna place them down, but she's going to explain what happened. Not loudly, kind of in a hushed tone towards everybody. Like she's leaning in to make sure that everybody can hear her, but not everybody in the room. And she has that amulet on. But she's going to tell everybody what happened last night, minus the other details. But one ring is a gold band with a blue gem. The other is a gold ring with 6 small crystals. The third one is a bronze ring with a bloodstone. The fourth is a gold. Trying to read. A gold band with rivets and a thin red piece of metal wrapped around it, which has a design carved on the inside. And the last one is a gold ring. And it looks like there's like a small shield on the face of it with aquamarine crystals. It's almost like a trident shape. Johnson gave these to me last night, but I need some help identifying these. I'm willing to try it twice because I can identify it, but out of character, I'm not willing to use up all of my spell slots.
I'm pretty sure. Don't we
Where
have,
is it?
don't we have someone that can do this as a
Kazil and Renarius can both do it as a ritual.
That's what I thought.
Because that's what did the whole Kazil touching.
Oh yeah, that
what's
we
her
were.
name for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Poor dude was just.
How could we forget?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, both Kazil and Manerius will kind of speak up at the same oh gosh. Kazil will be like, Renarius, why don't you take take this one? I'm gonna get some breakfast, and Kazil will get up and go towards the bar to get some food and pass Ingot, who just kind of completely ignores him and walks out into the foyer.
Shake. No.
Because Kazil definitely tried to smile at her as they passed, and she just kind of kept going.
Probably
little bastard.
Completely fine now.
And
I sent her a text back. She's cool. We're cool.
done right.
Hold on. This will be easier with two of us. And Rhaenyra's will kind of like gather up the rings, Pixarin, and like take them over to Kazeel. Because then I realized it'd be a lot quicker for two of them. I'll be right back.
It's like, get your ass back here.
So he'll go and catch up with Kazeel. Between the two of them, it'll only take like, I mean, what? How long does Identify go for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So take them about 20 minutes. They'll be back at the table and kind of working on it as Kazeel's eating. So after about 20 minutes, they will let you know. Let me pull up the notes here. What those are. That's not what I need. I have 6 pages of OneNote open. It's fine. It's fine.
Totally
it's
fine.
Yeah, so Kazeel will tell you that the ring, let's see here. Alright, life's emergency. Alright, so the ring with the gold ring with the 6 small delicate crystals placed around it. I will send you the picture of this because this is homebrew.
Okay.
But and it looks different than the picture, so just pay attention to the stats. But he'll say that it's he seems a bit confused. Yeah, he was like, it's not a ring that I've seen before. But it seems pretty powerful. It seems that it has something to do with regeneration. And so what it does, and again, I'll send you this information, but it's called Life's Emergency. And you have, well, I mean, we'll just ignore that since you can't really put it in D&D Beyond. But once you attune to it, it says that it draws in energy. And so each day, and I can try to keep track of this, but you can too. But each day it will kind of store in it 10 hit points up until a certain maximum, and then it will stop storing hit points. But I rolled, and you got the legendary one, so it stores up to 90 hit points. And so what happens is if your health falls below 0 hit points, it kicks in and it restores whatever hit point amounts it has accumulated. So if it's only been like 1 day and it has 10 hit points in it, then you'll just get 10 back. If it's been 9 days, then you will get 90 back.
Okay.
And it will do that. And it starts again after you use it. So,
Holy crap.
yeah. So like if you would fall below 0 twice in a row, of course, like the second time, there's nothing in it. So, because it's already restored you once. But, yeah. So, I mean, it will always, as long as there's like a 24-hour period in between one time and the next, you will at least have like 10 hit points in there. So, yeah. And I'll send you that little picture. The other one that Kazeel was trying to identify, the bronze ring with the bloodstone, he sits it down on the table. It's like, this one I'm unsure about. It's not... I'm not getting a school of magic from it, per se. And I can't really get an ability from it. But it seems really, really old. I would pin it to older than this plane, even. We're talking probably at least hundreds of years. I I don't get a good feeling from it. I'm not saying that it's cursed or anything, but just whatever was associated with this ring in the past was pretty powerful. But I can't seem to get to if it's about anything. Sorry.
It's all right.
And we'll say that he had identified the gold band with the rivets and the red piece of metal wrapped around it. This one is called the Farrier's Band, which is another homebrew item. While wearing the ring, you can draw a fire symbol of sorts, or like draw like a flame on any earthen material, rock, metal, dirt, etc., and it will transform into a working anvil and lit forge for up to 24 hours. If you obscure the drawing, that you draw, the kind of like almost like a rune that you draw on it, it causes the forge to go out and return to whatever it was that it transformed from.
Cool.
Rhaenyra will start with one of them is the gold ring that looks like a small shield on it, is the Ring of Protection, which is an official item. This one, you gain a +1 to bonus to AC, so you can add this in D&D Beyond. You gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while you wear it. And the ring, the other one, with the, let's see, whatever one is left. Yeah. Is the ring of, is a ring of Jinn summoning. That could summon a particular genie from the elemental plane of air. And then if
What the fuck was he dealing with genies?
And then if the gene dies, then the ring loses its magic. But Rhaenyra doesn't know what gen it's associated with.
Robin Williams.
So yeah, here you go.
In my pocket.
Hopefully that was helpful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
A boy just gave you 5 rings?
Yeah, this is quite the collection. Oh.
Now just be aware that I think all of them, well, except of course you don't know about the old ring that we're not sure what it does. I don't think the Farrier's Band requires attunement, but the rest of them do. So
Okay.
just be aware of that. That's quite the collection you got there.
Yep.
He liked his rings, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, I kind of got him into a lot of trouble last night. Unintentionally.
Oh.
Is he in danger?
Yes. More than likely he's not going But when is the meeting for the library again? She like completely ignores the question on purpose.
Tell us. I imagine they'll come and collect us for the meeting.
DM stepping in. I don't think that they ever said that.
I think we go when we're ready.
I just don't want y'all waiting around for someone to come and get you.
Okay.
What if I'm hard to get?
It means we can stay here and drink until boys bring us more rings. I like this plan.
That's a really good plan.
Zelthor will speak up. In my experience, you don't usually get a lot of rings from boys all the time, so...
That does seem pretty special.
Well, coming from a dead guy. Oh shit, I just said that out loud, didn't
There was
I?
a guy once that left me, like, 10 cats.
That's a lot of cats.
Just turn and
Wait, are you...
Yeah.
Okay, did I hear... Cats? No.
Yeah,
No.
he left me, like, 10 cats. He left his house, didn't come back. There were 10 cats there. What was I supposed to do? Just leave
Get
them
on a
there?
ship and leave, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well, we didn't have a ship. This was... Plus, it was cold. This was Invicta, so it's
Ew.
freezing there all the time. Well, I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it is cold there a lot. Yeah, so I didn't keep him. I gave him to people. Houses. Businesses.
That's not the same as 5 rings. You heard these spells. You heard this magic. That is not the same thing.
Well, no, I'm just
Extra-
saying that, like, I have never had a guy leave me 5 rings, but I have had a guy leave me 10 cats. That was the joke. Huh.
Ah,
It was a good one, I thought, but maybe it was
Pixon
the
just starts
delivery.
giggling.
Maybe I need to work on.
I bet Polo can help you with that. Polo can help you on delivery. Or Gerbil.
Polo is,
Mhm.
you know,
Polo's
maybe
dead.
maybe y'all can, maybe y'all can help me with something. I've been trying to think of a name for my story.
Barkeep. More ale, please.
So I've been
More ale, please.
I've been working
Ale.
on a few things here. I think they're really good. These ideas that I have. I'm thinking of either Alpha Dawning, that's number 1. The Dark Climax as number 2. And number 3, I'm thinking The Secret Place.
What about you combine them and it could be the secret alpha climax?
Let me see. Gerbil, I love it! That is
Oh, no.
the best title I've ever heard. That's it. I don't need anyone else's other, but I'll hear your opinions if you have them. I just really, and at the top of the document that he's been working on, he'll write, like, he'll kind of like flip through some pages and like bring one to the front. Again, this thing's like huge, and he'll just write the alpha climax.
The secret alpha
Oh, the secret,
Sure.
the secret alpha climax.
Gerbil, why do you hate us so much?
side quest finished.
Oh, Pixtron.
Wait,
did you,
what?
No,
Pixtron, did you hear
What did we mark off?
the title?
naming
The
side
title.
quest naming Polo's book.
Gerbil came up with the perfect title for my vampire book. Are you ready?
Yeah, what is it?
The Secret Alpha Climax.
It was a combination of his 3 titles.
Except for dark.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's witty.
Yeah.
I like that one. That
Yeah.
that one's real good.
Should I
I'll
have
drink
a
to that.
subtitle like The Secret Alpha Climax After Dark,
Hmm.
or The Secret Alpha Climax, yesterday, what happened
Your-
last night. The
With your
Secret Alpha
mom?
Climax. Tomorrow Never Dies.
I don't.
That
The Secret Alpha
Part one.
Climax Breaking Dawn.
Part what?
I like that one. Breaking down.
You like the Breaking? Okay, so Breaking Dawn, the Secret Alpha Climax Breaking Dawn Part 1. I like that Part 1. I think it kind of says there's going to be a sequel. Okay.
Yes.
Or a prequel.
Or a prequel.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. Add or take
This
away
is
from
perfect.
it.
I'm so glad I asked you. I asked ZD yesterday, and he was giving me just the worst suggestions. This is so much better. Y'all have really, this adventure has really helped me, like, get some things figured out, you know? Get some
That's
things
good.
down on paper.
Title's
I'm
going to
glad.
be longer than your actual story.
Oh, no.
no.
I got, and I mean, it's a whole stack of papers there. I got
Var,
all of
this
this.
is just the first draft. This isn't even there. The mouse is going to die before this book is finished.
I feel like this is gonna be like a video game moment where like all of a sudden like we're gonna be traveling and all of a sudden we're gonna be unencumbered and we'll all be moving slowly and it's like, oh, that's just Polo. He added 100 more pages to his books and it just hit over our max like weight limit.
Or this vampire dramedy that he's writing will be my next D&D campaign that I DM.
Perfect.
Oh my
I'm
god.
totally in.
Yes.
Oh,
So
no.
meta.
Oh gosh.
But we all have to play Mouselings.
And it's all from his
Oh my God.
their
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
It would be so chaotic and amazing.
Or Polo decides to DM a game for all of us, you know, households and humans
Yeah.
in game.
How did we go from dead boyfriend to vampire mice again?
I
You all
didn't-
just
I didn't say that he was dead. I just said that he left the house and didn't come back.
just a bit.
Yeah, he was flaky. I don't know.
Momentary distractions are sometimes needed.
Are you saying he was momentarily distracted?
No, not about.
Oh,
No,
you mean in
not in
general?
relation to your cat
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
Saying we can't be
And
sad
because
all
I
the
thought
time.
that I was the distraction, but you know, whatever.
Wait a fucking minute. I totally forgot that these were the rings that he was wearing.
More rings.
Okay.
Are those his actual rings?
At least they don't have fingers attached to them.
This is true.
Anyway, ew. Do I have to identify it with the finger still in it? Because that's gross.
Ew, no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Like after 10 minutes of Kazeel like casting anything, he comes back, doesn't know anything about the ring. He's like, "This is Jocelyn's thing." Thanks, Kazeel. Thank you.
Triple. You
Yes.
hear a familiar voice in your head. Lashta. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm trying to help. See ya.
I can reply, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a sending stone.
Right.
You
I got
mother.
that back. Wait, no. I think technically
Did I say a bad word?
I gave that to Renarius for safekeeping.
Did you?
I gave him most of my sending stones for safekeeping right before we had this meeting.
Okay.
Just in
Well, I'll
case
say that
he had to
Renarius
vamp out.
then would
He
be
gets a
like,
butt dial.
Renarius would be like, Gerbil.
Yeah.
I think that someone tried to call you. It was a woman. So Thora looks at you. It was
Give
a
me the sending
woman.
stone.
Well, she's not talking any, but he'll like get it out of his bag and hand it over to you. she said that she said hi, that she was here, that that she was going to help, and to not worry, and see ya. Was how she ended it.
Sure. Gerbil, we'll get the city stone. Great. Now I'm worried. he'll tell. I guess, well, it's Lashta.
Oh,
Crap. Okay. Now, I know sending stones only work once a day. Does that mean
you can
like
still
it's
reply.
used up? I can.
You can
Okay.
reply.
Well, all right. I'll reply. Define here.
Now she can't respond back until tomorrow, but
Ah, gosh.
Oh no.
Roll
thought
on
that you
sending
Bad cell
stuff.
service.
Yeah, I thought. I was confused.
yeah, they message. You can
whatever.
reply back, but they can't. They can't unless they have another sending stone to you. Could you imagine? Just a bunch of sending stones to one person, just so you can talk to them.
Well, I thought
Oh.
you get that automatic reply back, but yeah, okay, you're right. No,
yeah,
you're right.
you.
You're right,
yeah,
you're right,
she
you're right.
sent the message. You're replying back.
Okay. Oh shit. Hopefully, that meant.
Do you think that she's in trouble?
Right now, I'm worried about anyone we know stepping foot on this plane.
Well, it sounds like she stepped foot on the plane.
Yep.
But also,
Yep.
I mean, you didn't ask her to, right?
It's been so long. Not necessarily. It was more she was offering help, and she said she might have information, but we never was able to get that much across via sending stone.
Oh, I'd say she's doing what she wants to then. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
She'll give you a pat on the cheek. Don't worry so much. It'll be fine. Go back to eating.
It was now like 5 times as worried as he was like 10 minutes ago. It's just the past 30 seconds it's grown exponentially. All right.
Everyone's waking up, answering their sending stones, checking their phones.
Yep. Oh, the days in D&D when you have like 10 sending stones on your bedside table. Has
Totally
someone
normal.
sent a message today?
I think I technically have them all back from Renarius now.
Okay. All right.
But like, okay, all right. Well,
Are we ready to go? Have y'all decided what you're what you're going to say to these mothers? I mean, they might be mothers. I don't know. I'm just
I think we just say we'll look into the things they want us to look into. That's all we need to say. Nothing more, nothing less.
and I think, it should go without saying, but let's not
Mhm.
accept anything from them, like objects.
I have a
or
thought.
amulets.
Pixron, I know he did a lot to protect you. Johnson. Yeah.
She's already put like all the rest. She's trying not to cry, so she's
Yeah,
like,
Jesus.
I understand. Yeah.
Jazzy. I'm not
We'll
saying
try.
it's-
Let's see if we can. Whatever we can do for him, we will.
well, I'm just wondering why the hell they are always wanting us to do something that we're already doing. Nosy fuckers. Also, I'm really angry. I'm sorry.
I know.
Maybe, I mean, we don't know for sure that anything happened, right? Can't give up hope.
Well,
Can't give up hope. I mean, you didn't see his head mounted on a wall in the library, so.
Well, we're not in the library yet.
She's like looking between you two with this weird look on her face. Like,
Gerbil like is starting to have flashbacks to
Oh no!
buried on his
I said head.
10 years.
I said head.
Oops.
Let's go back.
Let's
Rewind the
Let's
tape.
back and forth.
Doesn't-
Just not.
Rewind the
let's
tape.
just not-
Doesn't Zelthura know about that? Gerbil,
I'm
didn't you
pretty
tell
sure
her
I
in
think
the
at this
letter?
point- I told her I was dealing with issues. I didn't
Okay.
tell her in that letter on our first meeting.
You tell
Okay.
all your
I carry
girlfriends.
around
Okay.
Snowflake's
Okay.
dead head.
I can
Ow.
remember. I'm sorry.
Okay,
You know, healing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's what therapy.
But no, we said last night when we went on the walk, like we talked about each other's lives. And Gerbil
Oh, okay.
talked
Would you have told her then?
about-
Do you think?
He probably would have told her about his wife and how she died. He probably would have not quite said that he cared about her separate
Okay.
head for 10
Okay.
years.
All right.
He probably would have left. You know, that's more of like a third date kind of thing.
Mhm.
God.
Mm,
Okay.
wow.
Okay. All I mean to say, because I suddenly recall a story about Gerbil that I wish I could never have heard in my entire life.
Oh,
Please.
please tell.
No.
Don't worry about it. Let's
Pixrin.
get through the day first.
Listen, there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't hope that maybe the crew on my ship didn't all drown that night. Okay, like that steering wheel there means there's something left. Okay, and as much as I don't know what that is, but until that moment, I thought they were all gone. So maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. I'm not the optimistic one. I am very drunk. It is
Fine.
very early. But we're going to go there. And if he's there, then we'll I need more ale. I just don't. Let's not jump to conclusions. Because you never know. I've only been on this plane 5 days. It's been the worst 5 days of my life.
Here, here.
Worst 5 days. The steering wheel came back to haunt me. So there's a chance that your ring boy will be there.
Get this over with.
And I really want that spider.
Mm.
Wait, you want it?
Yeah, why not? I used to train them.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great spiders. Awesome. Yes.
I mean,
Wouldn't
yeah.
Mm.
That's interesting that you used to train them as a tiefling?
Yeah.
Wow, it's impressive. I mean, usually that's just a drow thing, but that's
if anybody-
all the power to you.
anybody could get a spider to do what they
Impressed.
want. It's this tiefling.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Journey just cows little.
I can't remember. Did has she shown Junie and Zafar or not? I can't remember.
I don't think you have.
I don't think so.
I think we've
Not
talked
yet.
about Varys with them, but not you.
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, agreed.
You
Yeah.
revealed yourself to someone while we've been playing, but not
Well,
to
she
us
she
specifically.
He revealed
Yeah.
herself to Jocelyn when they had their encounter.
Listen.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it all natural.
You know, there was that whole series where Gerbil had to keep retelling all of our stories, and
It was
like
great.
4 days straight, but I don't remember knowing about
It's been a
Pixie.
long walk through the deserts.
It's been a
and
really
through
long
busy
5 days.
cities.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah. So, tiefling it is.
But we did. I totally forgot what to write now. But the first time we met Zell, she said that she was hunting down Varys, like, because she's a bounty hunter. And so it's like, oh yeah, we haven't had that conversation with her yet. That might have to happen soon.
I think we know
Meta
about
knowledge. Sorry,
Varys.
that was meta conversation.
No, I don't know. I think sometimes when we were in the caves underneath Erebus, we learned a lot about them.
Oh yeah, no, we learned a lot, but we haven't talked to Zelthera.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No. But we know.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's.
So,
The-
you guys ready to go? Get this
Yep.
party on the road? Up to the
Yep.
library? Where
The
all the
less that we
fancy
say,
tea and
the better.
cakes are? Really like those cakes they had. They were nice.
Just
Did we finish all our
Just-
drinks?
Oh, I'm gonna grab that plate. And she like
Yeah.
grabs the plate.
if we need to log out with Renarius,
Says the bugbear.
we should have a safe
Just-
word.
He's like, I'm
Everyone's
so
gonna turn
tired
when
of
he
your
says
shit.
I agree.
How about just if any of us says bug out, we go for it.
It seems like a weird thing to just slip into conversation, bug out.
Well, we're gonna have to, I mean, act fast, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Is it really in our forte?
I'd rather say a word rather than, Renarius, because if they know we're all gonna jump towards Renarius, I don't know. Did any of you have a better idea?
Poor guy's gonna have a
Just
heart
gonna
attack with
startle
everybody
him.
jumping.
I would rather
Why Gerald doesn't drink coffee.
everyone not jump on me.
Bound.
Just need to hold hands.
This wizard can only take so much.
I don't think we'll have time to all hold hands. It's like Fahudoris. Sorry, it's a Feywild
Cool.
thing.
That's what plane shift requires. We each need to be touching each other.
Exactly. Not holding hands, touching. That's why I jumped towards.
Y'all better not kick me in the dang head.
Okay,
we-
so someone says bug out. We just tackle Renarius.
We stay close.
Yes.
Good, because I'm going to be leaning on someone most of this walk.
Good. Great.
Ready?
Let's do this.
All right. So as everyone gets there, finishes up, takes those last few swigs of their drinks, gets their stuff together. That's where we'll take our bio break. All right. So for those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. So stay tuned or go to the restroom, get some snacks, get something to drink, and we will be right back. See you soon. Mics are hot. As you know, we are. Don't mind all the extra characters in there that aren't in the campaign anymore. I guess
And
there's
at
just two
least
of them.
one character has no art yet. I'm so glad you will be here. And Mason can stand in the doorway and be like, how's that Savara artwork coming along? You see her ignoring me?
This right there. I've been busy.
Oh, I know.
I have not
I know.
said a word.
I know. You've been very
I-
He's been
patient.
very
I would-
patient.
I
This
would
is
not
why
put that
she's-
pressure on you.
He knows better. Listen,
I know better.
you pressure her, guess what you get? A fucking steering wheel on the wall, like a heart with a knife through it, just right there. You want a character backstory? I'll give you a fucking character backstory.
What?
Here, you can do nothing about it but weep and drink for days, just like in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Break. How's your dark IPA?
I like it. It's citrusy.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I like a citrusy beer,
Mm-hmm.
and this is definitely there.
Cool. I'm glad you feel naked now without my horns.
Oh, I thought at first, a second, I thought you said, "I'm glad you don't feel naked now."
Oh, I mean, we all both know that's not true. So,
Can I feel
Yeah.
more naked?
yeah. Yay!
Please?
I'm gonna go take a break now. I'm gonna go look at me turning my camera off. Yeah, bitch.
Y'all ready to die? Yeehaw!
I'm already working out the 2K backstory, like 3 back and forth.
Oh no. That's a great idea. It's gonna be, I said, I thought of a great idea. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm drawing it out right now.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm just being a DM. It's fine. Don't you worry your pretty little head
Okay. All right.
about what's about the monstrosities that lie ahead of you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're totally filibustering today. We don't want to die.
It's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
Y'all will be just peachy.
It's peachy code for dead. Did you say? I thought you said at some point Dan was coming in. You must have just meant you were speaking as this character. Is that what you meant?
Oh, that's right. Yes. No, I meant that I was speaking as, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, not that. No, Dan's. You know.
No.
Okay. I missed that part. I was like, I thought Dan's coming in. I was like, what? Oh. How many minutes do we have left until?
Not enough, but the other two aren't here yet, and I'm drawing
Okay.
out something really quick anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. We got this.
It'll be fine. You'll be fine. What's my next kitten's name? Burble?
Burble and
God,
Boo Boo.
no thank you.
Oh.
Not Burble.
Well then,
I
Gerbil
put the
then.
verbal thing as a joke when I said I had 3 backup characters.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
But before that I said Floof Cat because she showed justice.
Oh yeah. What a floofy that was.
Justice
early-
was yeah.
What?
Early in the campaign, I actually had a dream that I adopted 2 kittens and I named them Gerbil.
Oh. Have you guys tried to? Nope.
What?
In all of our sending stones / scrying, have you done the Shanad thing yet?
Yeah, Gerbil's done it
Oh,
with
Gerbil's-
his crystal ball of
Did
Scry.
you last session?
Shanad is not last session. He's been afraid to use it here.
Oh yeah. Fair.
Who's Shanad again?
Shanad's this little girl that like dropped our main mission immediately to go help this person, and then Gerbil like did not want to fool with it at all, and then like I found her,
Excuse me.
and then everyone like left to do their own things, and I just said Gerbil stayed and watched Shanad, and then when everyone came back, I was like Gerbil's braiding Shanad's hair and stuff, and they had a game night and they bonded. And then what made Gerbil really mad was as soon as we got her and we found out that she was being brainwashed by this college or whatever, like Kazeel, it was mainly Kazeel that I've ever been mad at, but like there was discussions of like, well, we'll just leave her here for now and go do some other stuff, and Gerbil was all like, no. We came to rescue her. We're not just gonna leave her as soon as we found her. With Rinka, and we're still all afraid of Rinka, you know?
Oh, we're gonna
There's
kick
nothing
his
on Rinka.
hand.
But yeah, and anyways, we saved her. You know, it was a big, emotional development as far as Gerbil's concerned. And then we run into them again, and now she was possessed by an evil, like, ghost demon or whatever, and then, like, wandered off.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
And
I'm sure she's fine.
and because Gerbils used the telepathy ball and has been successfully able to scry on her, he knows that she's in this plane.
Got
Is
it.
that is that your Fushigi?
Yeah.
The Fushigi ball.
Shiba.
Okay.
Dang it.
And like Gerbil did in the list of many faces we showed ZD to be on the lookout for, Shinnok was one of
Shinnok.
them.
Okay. Okay.
Because right now he's thinking, because like in one of the crystal ball things we found out she was like sleeping in a bed like with a bunch of other people, so he's thinking they're using her to like trap more souls or
Okay.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
All right.
there
Well,
was no idea how to help how to find her or help her, because if she
Yeah.
is somewhere right here in the library,
Yeah.
we
Good luck.
need to have a better infiltration plan.
Than a mouse. Sneaky mouse. We're going till 10, yeah?
Yeah, correct. Until 1 East Coast. Yeah, 10 West Coast.
Fancy West Coast time.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Get to go to sleep on normal hours.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. Okay, I think that we are good to go in 3,
One novice.
2, 1. Why are the cameras off? What did I do? Hello.
What did-
Welcome
what
back. Well, no,
Uh-oh.
Melissa's camera's gone, and I'm not sure what happened there.
What-
Let me
What did you
just,
do?
I
Oh,
cast some
no.
visibility on myself,
That sends a
so
message. Jeez.
I vamped out of here.
There's something you want to tell us, Steph?
Bye.
No one said bug out yet.
That's so weird. Like, there was one there just a little bit ago.
I mean, you could just tell me that you don't want my face on there.
That's
I mean,
so
that's fine.
weird. I don't understand.
We always want your face. Always.
It's
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, let me just do a little bit of finagling here really quick.
Hey, how about that Patreon? And movie
Movie
nights.
night.
Let me just go back to we'll be
And
to our be
Twitter.
right back really quick, and
Okay.
so I
What
can
do
get
we-
this fixed really quick.
What
technical difficulties.
we watched Die Hard, y'all. We watched Die Hard,
Back our
which was
Yeah.
amazing.
nostalgia trip night one
Mm-hmm.
time when we watched Labyrinth and
Never-ending story.
In the same night, that was too much goodness. Mummy,
Oh yeah, we had our Renaissance night.
a Renaissance.
Renaissance, yes.
What a fantastic! I don't know if I'm making hard or not.
Like,
We're just trying.
we
We're
should-
trying.
Yeah. No, the mics are hot.
Continue to
Okay.
have Renaissance.
I
So
think
hot.
that there's enough Renaissance Brendan Fraser films to last us all of 2022, and if that's how I get to start this year, that would just be
And now
Huh.
Yeah, he's getting back into.
he's back
Yes.
into it. So
Yeah,
yes.
the Renaissance will never
Excellent.
end.
I'm
All
so
right.
happy.
Melissa's
Hey, you
back.
fixed it.
Melissa's
All we had to do
back.
was save Brendan Fraser,
Yay.
Yeah.
and our
The
day got
magic
better.
words.
I'm not sure.
You
I
say it
don't
3
know why.
times while
I
looking in the
don't know
mirror
why.
and magical things will happen.
Like, I know it was there before the break, and then all of a sudden it was gone. All right. So,
Well, good job.
everyone is heading out the door. I would say, let's see here. Take away that for a second. No. Okay. Yeah. So, are you just walking to the library? I mean,
Since we don't have our lizards, yes.
I mean, do we need to like?
Is
I mean,
the
we
I was brought
can
to by carriage to the.
I forget his
sashay
name. What
to
was
the
his
library.
name?
when you
Yeah.
step out, I mean, there is no carriage there, but yes, you did arrive by a carriage, correct? And there is someone there in the foyer at the desk.
Hello, we need a carriage to the.
Oh,
To the steps that lead to the library?
Oh, right. Let me just let me call them for you, and they'll be here in probably just about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And
Thank you
so
very
she'll
so
kind of
much.
turn around and like pull out this box of like stones and start getting one out. My hotel voice, yeah. Yeah. Um, hospitality. Okay, and yeah, so y'all wait there for about, we'll say about 7 minutes, and the carriage will pull up. Um, and it's the same person that got you here the day before. Well, how was the stay? Pleasant?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
Good to hear. Feel free to, and he'll kind of like open the little gate to the, to the seating area. Please, get in. To the library, I assume? Are we
Yes.
stopping anywhere in town?
I don't.
Hold on. Let me look at my character sheet.
Shopping episode.
We're shopping, guys.
Well, there are
Oh
a
my
few.
god.
There are a few shops that are open. We also have, if you're looking, to pay your respects to the Great One, we have the temple in town as well. Other religions are welcome there if you need to pray. But yes, there's a few places in town.
Y'all got a potion shop?
Yes, we have one of the finest potion shops I've ever seen.
You don't mind if I pick up something from there?
No, go right ahead.
All right. I will be sure to take you in town to the shop area then. And I will wait for you for as long as you need. So after everyone's inside the carriage, he will take you into town, which is only like, it's a very short, again, like, this is definitely a walkable distance from like where you were to the library. But this is just that extra level of like, comfort. So he'll stop in this one little area. You can see the small little church that you saw coming in that was, very what we would consider as players, like very traditional looking. It has like flowers outside. It has like almost like a little steeple on it. And then the place that you're stopped in, there is like a magic shop, like with the mostly for like magic weapons, magic pieces. There's also a specific potion and wand shop. There is a shop that sells some small toys, including these cute little plushies that are on a cart out front. There are different animals. And then also there's another shop that you saw coming in yesterday that has various crystals. It seems to be more of like an herb, like a nature shop, but it has the specific cart that has a bunch of items on it that look like crystals, or these glass bottles with crystals in it, as well as some other items that seem to kind of glow with this mysterious aura. Yeah. So, the potion shop, that's where you're headed, correct, Pixrin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you head into the potion shop. There is a kind of dark-skinned humanoid behind the desk, male. Has pointy ears, but in this white hair that's in this bun on top of his head. Can I help you? Are you looking
Hi,
for a potion? I take it. I
yeah.
mean, you're here, so kind of a funny question. He kind of puts away some breakfast under the like a cinnamon roll that was sitting out on the counter. We'll kind of like wrap it up and put it under the desk. So what can
that
I
looks good.
Oh, yeah, there's a stall around the corner that just sells delicious, delicious cinnamon rolls. What are you looking for today?
Um, I was wondering if y'all had a potion of poison, or maybe even a potion of mind reading.
Potion of poison or a potion of mind reading? Let me, ugh. I don't have those specific ones. Let me see here. And he starts kind of looking through, the shelves. And, let's see here. Yeah, I don't have anything like that. I mean, I do have a couple of vials of, this concoction that'll make people feel a sour stomach, that you can mix into some food, although it's not really, poison in them, but it does make them sick. I could, let's see here. I mean, I could try to make it. There's no guarantee that it'll turn out the best, but I could see if I could concoct one myself for you, if you're willing to wait about 10 minutes.
Yeah, how much?
Oh, price will be, well, you seem, well, can I just, I mean, what are you, are you going traveling, looking to protect yourself? Is that what the poison's for?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Oh, so he'll start like getting things together, and while he's getting things together, he'll, so what brings you to Barncombe?
Oh, the library.
Ah, here to see the great ones at the library. That's a lot of books there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
That it is. That it is. Are you doing some business with them?
Thinking about it. I'm on my way to give him an answer. Not entirely too sure, but you know, it is what it is. How long have you lived here?
I've lived here. I've lived here. Well, all my life.
Wow. Oh, I apologize. My name's Pixarin. It's very nice to meet you. She holds out her hand. If a hand is available, since they are busy.
No. The hand is available. I'm gonna have to look. I'm going to look up names here. Okay. He'll kind of like turn and like
He's
look at the
actually an
hand
octopus,
and
yeah.
kind of wipe his hands on his like, you know, he's wearing like gosh, what do you call them? Anyways, he wipes his hands on his shirt,
Cover-ups.
turns around, and will stick out his hand. Name's Hakad. It's a pleasure to meet you, Pixar.
Wow, that's a really pretty name. Do you like sweet cakes?
Ah, well, I mean, he kind of motions under the desk, obviously. You caught me in a weak day, I guess.
Well, I have this little plate here, and she kind of sets it on like a counter, because she's not entirely sure where to put it. So you can kind of munch on that while you work.
Oh, this is
And
this is
infinite.
great. Wow. That's amazing. He'll kind of like lift up the plate a little bit and kind of look under it. How does it work? Do you know? Where do the pastries? Where do they come from?
Actually, I really don't know. All I know is that you take one and another one just pops up and just kind of goes from there. So
He'll kind of pick up one and one will kind of pop back in its place. That's amazing. Yeah, you take a bite. Thank you for this. Kind of just stick it on the counter where he's working. Continue to mix things together. And okay. He will. It's like 10 minutes pass, and kind of turn around, and he has like a glass bottle with a liquid in it that looks kind of iridescent. It also seems to have a little bit of sparkle to it inside the bottle. Well, I try my best. I'm not 1,000% sure that it's my best work, but I did what I could. The pastry helped, of course. Seeing that it's not, the highest quality, I'd sell it to you for 40 gold.
Okay.
Okay. I really hope. In fact, you know what? You might want to go around the corner to the crystal shop. She keeps some herbs there. The woman can be a bit of a curmudgeon, but she keeps some herbs there that might help the process as well. If anything, if you just you could easily take it and crumble it into the potion, and it might give it a little bit extra oomph if you're looking for something potent.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But yeah, you might want to check with her, see if she has anything like that. Because I wouldn't want you using this on something, thinking that it's going to take care of your problem and it's not do anything. So,
That's
I mean,
very
not saying it's
true.
going to do anything, but it will definitely poison them. But I mean, whether it's extreme poison and it's like close to death, or it's just like, oh, my stomach's a little bit bubbly, then that's a big difference,
Very true.
So check with her. He'll take your gold, and do you want this in a bag or anything? You're just gonna put it in your bag.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. It's kind of
Thank
just like,
you, and he'll kind of wave the pastry and take another bite of it and put it back
she'll
down.
grab the plate real quick before she leaves and forgets it.
He'll take another one like right before you grab it. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Aye. He'll kind of go to like stocking some of the shelves. Anyone else? What are the rest of you? I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Pixrin?
Oh, she was just gonna walk back to everybody else and go, crystal shop. It's real quick.
Okay.
I promise.
I'll go with you if we have a minute.
The guy in the cart's just kind of sitting back, like reading a book. All right. Drop Scottish accent 70. Yeah, again, you see the little lineup of shops. If you kind of look down this one little kind of alleyway, you can see a couple of like food stands, and there you'll see like the pastry shop that he was, the pastry cart that he was talking about. But you do see the crystal shop. They have that kind of that display out front, which has the different crystals and the different glowy objects on it. And then inside, it's a very rickety shop. Everything is just kind of like there is no organization. There are just like cabinets, like all kinds of different types of cabinets and shelving units in here. Of just some are like a light wood, some are dark wood, some are lower, some are higher. Everything's just kind of mismatched in here, and things are just kind of shoved in wherever they can fit. She does have little displays of various crystals, various stones, and then she has a whole kind of like section in almost like a curio cabinet that you can open that has these kind of drawers in it that have different herbs and things like that. There are a couple people in the shop right now, but they seem to be kind of busy doing their own thing. And you'll see up front kind of going through a whole like this like box of items and taking stuff out of it and looking at it and putting it aside. This very much older woman looks, I would say, probably we'll say dwarven. So she's on a little step stool, but definitely has these kind of wrinkles and probably one of the older dwarves you've ever seen. Can I help you?
Oh, hi. I was wondering what kind of herbs y'all have as far as like I'm going on a journey outside of this
Okay.
place, and
Mhm.
to protect myself, I was wondering if y'all had any like herbs that were kind of like poisonous or things that I can add to a poison potion, and just in case, because ladies got to be protected.
To protect yourself. She'll kind of still see her kind of step down from the stool. She's almost lost behind the counter. She walks out, kind of walks over to you. Huh. You look like you could protect yourself already, youngin'. But need that extra oomph, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Extra kick. Got it. Did the potion boy send you over here? As she starts like looking through some drawers.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all know each other?
Well, when you have shops this close together in such a small town, it's bound to, call some acquaintances. Some, working together. If you don't work together, then what do you got? But he's a bit of a wild one. Let's see here. Did he give you? Do you have a potion that you're adding something to, or are you just buying the herbs to use on their own and judging potency?
Well, and she starts digging through her bag real quick, really gently, and she brings out, I would like to add to this that he made, and maybe just have a little something on the side as well. If that's all right.
Something on the side, right? Well, let me take a look here. Okay. So, you've caught me at a bit of kind of low on some things here, but I do have a couple of options, and she'll bring over these kind of two small drawers that she kind of slides out of the cabinet and sits them on the counter. Inside one is this kind of black leaf that she has a few of them in there. Now this one right here, I'm pretty sure is potent. It usually works best on its own, usually in tea. I've heard of people using it that way. But it might be able to be mixed in with the potion, give it some extra potency. But I've never used it that way, so I'm unsure of the result. Not saying that it won't poison, but it might have another... There might be another downside other than possible death. Okay? This other one right here, it looks kind of almost like a dead green, it looks like it was once green but has since withered a bit. There's only a couple in this drawer. So it's down to the bottom. There's two whole ones and one that's been kind of crumpled up a bit as it's been smashed in the bottom of this drawer. This one right here, I think will mix well with your potion, but it might not, it's not that poisonous itself. This is mostly meant to poison over time. So, and unfortunately I would say to buy a lot of them, but I only have 2 at this time, and I'm not sure that that will be enough to possibly do what you need. So, you could have something that works, but is not up to the potency that you might desire. The other one will, but I'm not sure of how it will mix with the potion. So you might have a side effect that I am unable to predict.
How much for some of the first one?
Some of the black leaves.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, about 10 gold for those. And these other ones I could sell you for 5 gold.
I'll take both if you don't mind.
Okay. Both it
And
is.
I'll make sure to keep them separate in my bag too, so I know the difference.
That will be wise. And then plus, be careful with the green ones. The black ones are pretty resilient, but the green ones do crumble easily, so you might want to put them in a book or something if you have one.
Do you have a little bag? Like a little...
I do. Yes, I can put them in a bag, but it can still, if you're not careful, if you're uncareful, if you're not careful, it can still get crumpled up in there, especially in a bag. I'm sure you have a lot of things in there, so just be cautious. And she'll start wrapping them up. We'll collect 60 gold from you, or not 60, 30.
That's 15.
15.
You
You're
said
absolutely
10.
right. You're absolutely right. I was thinking about the
Where
potions.
did that price hike go? Silver was
15.
gonna be like, oh my god.
15 gold. So
Hidden fees.
she'll collect the 15 gold from you. And we'll put them into a bag again, like it's just like a cloth bag, so they can still, just still be careful.
She will actually give her 20 gold, just because.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Keep the shop going.
Well, I appreciate your knowledge and everything, and I hope you get some more of the one thing after, I kind of bought you out, so.
They usually keep me stocked.
Okay.
Have you
Okay.
have you seen have you bought any of the crystals? Here in Barncombe.
No, ma'am. Is there something particularly special about them?
Oh, well. She will kind of come back out from behind the counter and kind of go very slowly out to the front display. The rest of you probably would be able to see her kind of come out, and she'll kind of like nod, kind of like adjust her glasses at you. Yes, these here. Some of these, and she'll kind of motion to this one section where there are items there, like there's a piece of rock. There's this kind of chipped like piece of a crystal with a little bit of like, that looks like it's just raw. It hasn't been tumbled or polished. And a couple of other items. There's an iron key there. These items are said to be hundreds of possibly 100 or more years old, from the First Mage War, here in Dimglimt. And they supposedly hold souls of our ancestors. These here are a little more new, and a lot of people use them, and she kind of motions towards like little like crystal, like glass, clear glass, like small jars with like crystals in them that look very familiar to you on one part of the table. These here, people buy them to offer up to the Great One, as most worship here in Barncombe, if you're unaware.
Yes, ma'am. I think it's kind of hard not to be aware.
The blessings have been bestowed on us, yes. But yes, a lot of interesting items. If you're ever interested, there's also like some pieces of jewelry there, like rings and necklaces, and these all have these kind of like almost like multicolored crystals in them, as well as like the glass jars do, that seem to almost have this glow to them.
She kind of walks along the table and starts looking at everything like she's picturing everything in her head, kind of one object at a time, and just sighing to herself, kind of in a far off, wandering, like sadness almost, and also sort of like a recognition of, I kind of recognize sort of what these are, and so you said that they offer them to the Great One, right? Like, but
Yes, I mostly the smaller ones in the bottles. I keeps them contained. But they each crystal holds a spirit of one of our ancestors or those who have mages who have gone before us.
are they good or are they bad?
I'd say my answer to that is it doesn't matter if they're offered to the Great One, then if they're not good before, then they're made good. Being offered up for a purpose. To maybe one day give the Great One enough power to help us once more.
How much?
Which one are you interested in?
Well, first off, I'm kind of interested in that key.
The key, yes. The key, given its age and its antiquity, would be about 50 gold.
How much are the ones that are encased in the glass?
The glass bottles I try to keep at a decent price for those needing them for their services. Would be, they're actually 1 gold each.
Why are those ones so cheap? Aside from over here.
Well, they don't
If
have...
you don't mind me asking.
You're fine. No. They're not as old as the key itself. The key dates back to what we think is over 100 years. And so the soul, the spirit that or spirits, not really sure, contained in that one would be older, more probably powerful than the ones in these. These tend to be newer spirits that they've come across.
So I know that this is a business, and I mean no disrespect at all, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Sure.
I'm not from here, so I'm trying to be respectful, but no buts. Whew. Learn how to. Okay. So if they're offered to the Great One so that they can return and everything, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you just? You're basically using these as leverage to get funds from people that are using them as offerings, right?
Well,
Instead of offering them yourself, which you could, you're basically just using the system. Business is.
I guess
She's got like
the-
this nervous look on her face.
The thing is, my child, is that I don't. It's, do you worship the Great One?
I don't personally, but I do respect them, and I'm kind of learning about them day
Understandable.
by day. So,
Understandable. Once you get into it, the process of making these offerings to the Great One of these spirits of the mages who have some who have sacrificed their lives for Dim Glint, some who have just, you know, given some of their power or given themselves for the cause, or have died in other ways and are being rescued and brought back to the Great One who will help them along their spirit path. This, offering these to the Great One is in itself kind of a penance for those still alive. So I could give them, yes, all myself and be penanced, and I do offer what I need to, but then not everyone has the opportunity that I do of access to these, that they can make that, so they have to buy them. So that they too can offer this to the Great One and feel that sort of familia and know that they are doing the right thing, that the Great One will bless them.
I see. I really do appreciate you sharing your knowledge.
Yes. My pleasure. I am more than happy to help anyone who is just starting their journey into enlightenment.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
How much for a necklace?
oh, the necklace. That too is a newer one. So the necklace, you know, since it's more of a less of a, I'm just taking it to the altar and people are meant to wear it. It is 2 gold.
Do you mind if I just take the key?
For the 50?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You can buy what you want.
All right.
Would you like that in a pouch?
Yes, ma'am. If you don't mind.
I'll go and get it. And she'll kind of slowly get up to the counter and bring back this kind of a beautiful kind of crimson velvet pouch for it that says Crown Royal on it. I'm just kidding. A crimson velvet pouch.
So velvety.
And you know, we'll kind of, you know, wrap it in a piece of fabric even before she puts it inside, and we'll give it over to you. And as she's handing it over to you, she'll kind of keep her hands on it for a moment and just protect it.
Do you know where it goes to?
That I do not. But there are rumors that whoever holds it, the Great One will reveal what it goes to.
Well, that's extra special now, isn't it?
I think it was a good purchase. For, I think, a good person. What does the rest of your day bring you?
Well, I think I might do some more research on the Great One and maybe visit the temple and figure out what that's about, and also visit in the library. Have you seen that thing? That thing is huge. It's massive.
Yes, I have seen the library. It is quite impressive and quite powerful, and those who work there are to be respected and revered. Very ones who are as close to the Great One, and as they are, one can't help but look at them in awe and respect. There have been many people who have passed through the library's doors.
Have you ever worked for them?
Well,
Pass through the library's doors? She's so awkward at this point. It's just like,
and she'll kind of gesture to her clothes, which as you look at them and maybe notice them for the first time, they are that kind of robe that you've seen others wear in this town. We all, most that work here, if not all of us, have a sort of agreement with them, yes. We provide some profit to them in order to be so close to something that it's so sought after. So yes, I guess you could say in a way I do work for them.
do you like it? I mean, how is it?
It is as one would expect. You know, an old lady like me doesn't, sometimes I seem to want to talk it a little too straight for them, I think, but, they seem to be wanting what we all want, and that is for the Great One to awaken once more and help us. We are in desperate, desperate need. With the rifts, and it's just a terrible world out there.
Yeah, it can be a lot.
So, they seem to provide a bit of hope, I think. But I guess we'll see if they keep their promises of bringing us back that which we desire.
A great one?
Yes, child.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate this conversation. And I hope to someday be back and to see your shop thriving.
Thank you. Good luck with your studies. May the Great One guide you into your journey.
And to you as well.
Yes, thank you. Can I help any of you, the rest of you, with anything? You seem to be just voyeurs to this whole conversation.
Picture's just gonna go out the door.
Gerbil stayed by the carriage the entire time.
Well, yeah, the her shop is a little bit more kind of like a little open. So when she came out to when they came out to the little display of the crystals and stuff, that was out to where but 15 feet from the carriage. So she can see all of you unless you were suddenly hiding behind a building.
I mean, Junie would have been watching. She likes shinies and treasures and crystals and things. But if she heard bringing back what we desire, she might have fallen out of the cart. But she is interested in not shopping, though. This place looks like a shipwreck. But maybe the temple on the way there, since we could use all the luck we can get. But no, that's too much gold. All of that. Vixen. She
Sitting
robbed
there-
you.
sitting
She
there
robbed you.
shopping.
Well, I mean, she probably did, but I mean, come on.
You know,
mean-
it's a good last choice if we had to make it.
I mean, if we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Might as well spend it all on
Yeah.
place.
Can't take it with us when we go.
I ain't gonna need it where I'm going.
You know what Tegan's going to ask? We've heard stories about weapons that can trap souls. Is that what you use to get the souls in your crystals, or?
Oh, these are brought in by another seller. I am only second-hand, as it were. I don't catch these myself. I don't put them in the crystals myself. Someone else brings them to me, and I buy them off of him and sell them. We have an agreement, as it were. Well, less than actually with this one. I don't buy them off of him, but he accepts my donation to the library, my piece of the library, the piece of my profits that I give to the library as his payment. That was his words.
It seemed like a weapon like that would be handy, especially traveling through Dem Glemft when we encounter so many lost souls across the plains.
I'll talk to the library. They might be able to, I don't know, loan one out to you. They're always looking for more people to collect them for the Great One.
I see. Thank you. That was most informative.
You're welcome.
Revelations.
Anyone else? You, the horned one. You seem in a little bit, like your eyes are shining. Are you interested in anything?
Well, it depends on your prices. I've lost a considerable amount of gold since I arrived. But yes, I like. Do you have any? Do you know what seashells are? Do you have shells here? They come from the water. Do you have any of those?
No, we're not really close to any water here. Do you come from a plane that has water?
Yes.
Must have been beautiful. I haven't seen it myself, personally. Only pictures.
You poor thing.
Oh. But I have
okay.
seen the library, so that is water enough for my soul.
Okay. She'll jump down from the cart just to look. I'm just gonna check my character sheet and see how much gold I have. Possibly, but these have. Did I hear you correctly? That these have souls?
Yes, soul spirits, however you want to phrase it. But yes, mostly those with arcane ability that can be. A lot of people use them either to harness the power, or in their efforts for the Great One, or in motions towards the bottled ones and the smaller crystals, or to offer as a sort of as a tithing.
Okay. How much for a small bottle?
It was
just
one gold for a small
gold.
bottle. This one could have, the bottles could have more than one soul in them. It depends on the power behind that spirit.
As an offering, I'm very curious. I know I have at least a gold on me, unless something changed terribly since the last time I checked my money pouch. I would like a bottle, please.
Wonderful. She will kind of, I will say that she brought a few extra, like, smaller pouches, and we'll put one in, like, a little canvas pouch, and take your gold, and, give you the little bottle in a pouch. Looking at it, the crystals inside are kind of like multicolored shimmer, but also, I would say with your ability, as you hold, if you look at the bottle, Juniper, that you can feel a little bit of arcane coming off of them.
She's just kind of okay. She'll wrap it around her other horn.
Okay.
Well, the pouch and all. Just she'll tie it in with her other bottle for now. You said there was a temple.
Oh yes, right down the street. If you just a few buildings down.
And is this temple only to the Great One, or is it?
You can go and worship others there. It is mostly for the Great One. That will be most of the worshippers there. But you are more than welcome to go and do what you need to the one that you serve.
I think today of all days calls for a little extra help.
And the Great One will be sure to give that to you if you ask.
Junie will just, bow her horns and retreat back to the carriage.
Oh, you guys done? Is anyone else want to get anything in this area?
I'm good.
Okay. Zavar?
This could be us.
Zafara is either distracted or napping or just like, what?
Tegan, do you want to do anything?
Nope, I'm good. I
Okay.
think it's good.
Gerbil?
No. I mean, Gerbil would have kind of like, maybe like, while everyone was doing their things, I would have like kind of just walked along the street and then walked back.
You would have saw a cute little plushie shop with a bunch of little plushies out front.
Aww.
All kinds of different animals.
Sunflower plushie.
Griffins.
An elephant.
As well as this whole...
riding
this,
a griffin with sunflowers.
as well as this whole... this whole container filled with just these kind of... interestingly, patchworked spheres that are plush. But it's like different pieces of fabric patchworked together.
Sorry, say that again.
It's like different pieces of fabric patchworked
Echo started
together.
talking to me.
And it's a sphere. But it's a plush sphere. Like the other small little plushies. But it's like different pieces of fabric, like patchwork together. And that's it. Like there's no it's not all the other ones are mostly animals. Maybe a couple of flowers,
He'd probably... He's too high-strung at the moment. He's just moving because he can't sit still. So he's...
All right.
He'll...
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh. Tegan's he's gonna take another look at these. Hearing that shopkeeper talk about the stones and the Great One, and he's got an itch in his brain. He's gonna say, I'm gonna go into the temple for just a minute. I have a question I want to ask.
Okay. Yeah, you were about 3 buildings down, so we'll say that next everyone will, so about 3 buildings down, you can go to the temple. So who was going to the temple? There Tegan, Juniper, anyone else?
If Gerbil's back from his little walkabout,
Yeah.
and sees them go into the temple, he'd begrudgingly go to the temple, but the whole time, like, just like white knuckling the holy symbol to illustrate he has, like, he doesn't trust this.
Okay.
Forgot I was muted. If Gerbil goes, Pixron's gonna go, but behind him,
Okay.
because she's more curious as to why he wants to go in there,
Okay.
because she's nosy.
I'm mainly going in there because Tegan and Judy are going in there.
And Zavar will just absent-mindedly follow Pixrin.
Okay. So we have this whole line of you just like marching to the temple.
We're so
Um,
smart, guys.
We
have reasons
say
for everything.
that-
Super stealthy.
Let's see.
So
Don't
good.
be suspicious.
Oh, wow.
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious.
So Rhaenyra is really interested in going in this temple. Kazeel follows with about the same amount of fervor as like Gerbil. Kind of like
Are there-
We all
okay.
become a warlock party.
This was my plan
Oh my
all
God.
along.
Yes.
This was it.
Oh gosh.
This was it.
And them
Conversion.
warlocks choose you.
Everyone.
Apparently.
Everyone's.
Nice
Three
knowing y'all.
So,
gosh.
yeah. So yeah, y'all march over to the temple. They said from the outside, it's very like, it's just a very probably interesting building that most of you haven't seen. It's like, well, I mean, you've seen other buildings like it, but it's very just plain looking on the outside. There are some like flowers out front in these boxes that are kind of like like there's too many flowers for the boxes. Like it's just kind of like overspilling, and just kind of like flowing out. The doors, as you walk up to them, you see that it's almost like a stained glass design that's against wood. So it's not meant to like just be like to shine light through, but just as like the design itself. In the stained glass, it's pretty much a depiction of like the Estesa, the mountain with the building on top of it. You see like a dragon flying through the skies at the, through the clouds at the very top. And I also forgot that Kazeel tried to talk to a dragon last week.
And how?
Tried to flirt with the dragon. Yeah, that happened. So yeah, that's basically what you see. An interesting thing about it is that, so it shows the mountain and it shows the library on top of the mountain. Like this is what they call the Estesa, the clouds above. Below the mountain, it almost goes subsurface in this stained glass illustration. You can see like the base of the mountain. You can see a layer of like what you would assume is like, dirt, like ground level. And then below that, in the stained glass, is red. With these like, what do you call the tights that come down from the ceiling? Is that
Stalagmites?
Stalactites.
tights? Because
Tights.
the mites are like down
top.
near the floor. So
Yeah.
tights.
Yeah.
So stalactites, you
tight,
see
yeah.
these kind of darker red stalactites like coming like down from the ceiling in this kind of like red space that's under the mountain. And then it just kind of like goes into nothing. There's nothing really underneath that. That's the bottom of the door. These doors are slightly open. Inside, you will see some like rows of seating. There are a couple of 3 or 4 like alcoves kind of off of the main seating area that seem to be more general. Seem to have just like a kneeling bench in it, like in a small like kind of altar in the front, but no iconography or anything to like a specific god or deity or goddess. Towards the front of the sanctuary, it's still very plain. Like there's not a lot of like decoration inside. Towards the front of the seating area, at the very front, you will see like this kind of a large like painted white slab that has all of these like flowers in pots in like these boxes. You know, these are live flowers. um there are also a ton, so many of these bottles with the crystals inside of them, just sitting there with the flowers and sitting there on this altar and sitting on the floor beside the altar. And there were even like woven baskets filled with these glass bottles with the crystals inside of them. There are a couple of people sitting in the sanctuary. There's one person sitting in the sanctuary and one kind of off in one of these smaller alcoves, supposedly worshiping, whatever. But yeah, towards the front, it's just this, like, just so many of those, like, bottles, like, baskets of, like, these, like, stones. And anyone with arcane proficiency, with a proficiency in Arcana, can just, as soon as you walk in the door, you can feel this kind of, like, power almost towards the front of the sanctuary. And so there's no one up there, only these like just mounds of offerings that you would assume, from what the old lady said, is to the Great One. And I would assume also there's the symbol on the wall behind that altar of the eye, that you know now, that you've learned later, is the symbol of the followers of the Great One. Which I think that one has the lines going down, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Down for bad.
Down for
Down
bad.
for bad, yeah. And you said there was a section that didn't.
There are 4 small alcoves, 2 on the left side, 2 on the right, that don't seem to have any iconography or anything depicting a specific deity or god or goddess. They seem to be more just for people who are wanting to just serve what they want in those rooms.
Junie will head over to an alcove.
Okay.
If there's an empty one, if there's not.
Yeah, there are 3 empty ones. There's only one person in one.
Okay. So yeah, she'll kind of just make herself scarce and be over there.
Okay.
Taking a look to see if there's someone who looks like an attendant or someone to ask a question to.
Yes. There is an attendant there. And okay. And they are drow. They look drow.
Okay. Tegan will approach. Excuse me.
Yes, he is attending to some things. Like he's walked up since the group of you walked up to the front altar, and it's just kind of like arranging some things and just making sure everything's neat. It seems.
Forgive my interruption, but we're here visiting the library.
He has a bald head. He doesn't have any hair. Completely shaven. Skin is kind of this almost obsidian color. Okay. Yes. Welcome to the temple of Barncombe. How can I help you today?
During our stay and discussions, and we were just down the street with a a wonderful woman who was sewing crystals infused with souls, and I understand they're for offering here at the temple. Uh,
Yes.
and talk of the Great One, and
Yes.
mostly a lot of talk of for and hope and praying for and striving for the return of the Great One.
Yes.
I was just the natural question passed my mind to get a better understanding. Why did the Great One leave?
It is. That's a good question. It is. It's not really known. Some say there are a few guesses. Some say that it was because of the Great One was disappointed in the fighting that was happening between mages during the war. Others say that he saw that, that there were mages that were protecting the plane and protecting the use of magic, and that they seemed to be winning, so he didn't think that he was needed. To kind of put himself in a stasis, as it were. And some think that maybe he was put into that.
Oh, so it isn't really determined. It's sort of an
Well,
item.
it's hard to know the thoughts of a god, of a deity. I would cower at anyone that would know such a thing.
If indeed they left of their own fruition, and because of things being situation being what it is, why does everyone feel the need to bring him back or them back?
Well, I think that, there are a lot more in the mindset that it wasn't the Great One's choice to be put aside, to be put into a slumber. And also, even if he did do it of his own volition, that he might not understand that he is needed. So we offer in hopes that what we offer will give him power, will give him enough to be able to come back to us.
Interesting. I thank you. I was very curious about the nature of the Great One's departure and why he is needed back.
Yes.
Is he, is the rifts part of the concern? And
That's part of it, yes. We are wanting him back to help put Dimglimt back together. To help us unite once more. Both in land and in people, in spirit.
I see.
To help... I mean, surely, I don't... Are you from Dimglimt, sir?
no, originally from Osbergen.
I've
Where
heard in
we're-
Osbergen that mages are treated as second-class citizens sometimes.
Sometimes, in some areas, not all.
Do you not think that this is a problem that needs to be solved?
Oh, I've seen much abuse of mages, and partially that's the reason I'm here.
That is what we're hoping for with the Great One's return, is that he can abolish such practices, such disdain for our kind. To bring magic back to its rightful place, which is power. Rightfully used, but still. Why are those who are more powerful than some being restricted by those that they're more powerful compared to?
My thoughts exactly. We encountered. What will your thoughts be on a certain people, mages, inserting soul-filled crystals into other mages to control them?
That would seem like not the best thing to do. It would seem... I guess, are you talking... are these mages saying that they want this to happen to them, or... Because it would seem to me that the only reason to do that would be if you knew that the crystals with the spirits of mages in them, that the mages inside the crystals were more powerful and perhaps could help more with the body.
It did not appear to be that way. It seemed to be involuntary and more experimental and a means of control.
Well, in that case, it would seem very delicate of a situation. If it was unwilling, then sometimes we're unable to see our own destiny. And sometimes other people see it for us. So, whereas I am sad, I would be sad to see that someone was unwilling to help in this grand scheme of getting the Great One back to where he should be, and mages back to where they should be. But also, I would consider, what is the reasoning behind doing this? Has someone received more information than we know? Have they received word from the Great One of a scheme, of something, some way to help that involves this? If that were the case, then that would be the only reasoning I would think that it should be considered.
It's an interesting perspective. I thank you. That was trying to get a better understanding of what some people are doing in other places that seem not to be beneficial to mages.
It's hard to know our futures. It's hard to know what will happen. Hard to even guess at times. But one thing I am sure of, that eventually we'll get the Great One back. So, kind of give you this kind of reassuring smile and put a hand on your shoulder. So, rest in that knowledge.
I'll take it for what I can. Thank you.
Yes.
And Tegan will take his leave.
He'll kind of give a small, very small bow and turn back to arranging some things before kind of stepping off to the side.
Antigua will go outside to wait.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to do here in the temple?
Junie will just say a little prayer, but I don't have to do it now.
Who are you saying a prayer to?
Ooh.
Show and tell.
Drew likes
Hey,
the
Joy,
barrel.
look at the time. It's
Yeah.
time to go.
Who are you saying? Who was Juniper saying a prayer to?
What? I can't hear you.
Okay, it's fine. If you don't have the information, that's good. You can just say a prayer to your god. That's fine.
I'm just praying to any god, dear. I'll
Or
get back to
deity
you.
or whatever. Okay.
I see.
Or genie daddy, okay? Get it right.
Well,
She's praying to her
I
sky
didn't know
daddy.
because you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I didn't.
Doug glares and Warlock.
If we didn't name him, how could I not name my?
What are you?
boy?
What are you? What are you saying? What are you doing?
Nothing now. It's too late. Next
Oh.
time. Next time.
You might not be in the temple next time.
I'll message you. It's fine. It'll be real quick. You won't even know she's saying anything.
Okay.
Just whispers and vamps. It's fine. It's a
Gerbils
please
just standing
don't let us
awkward.
die. Listen, I don't ask much from you. Just please, I don't know what to do with these. They're friends now. I don't like it. And also my ship. Can we talk about this, please? That kind of stuff. But quietly and without crying again.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Juniper.
All right.
This is why I ask.
Fantastic.
This is how you make it interesting.
Yeah, a 9.
Okay. You hear in your head almost like they're standing right beside of you, a very familiar voice, which is your Jinn. I think you should help them.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that.
I like the mystery behind this. This is crazy.
You could have told me about the steering wheel.
Oh, I didn't know.
What?
How was I supposed to know that they had a steering wheel there?
It's not. I don't know what.
Look,
Okay.
I know it's important to you, but I mean, these people are interesting. Not these other people that you're with, but I mean the people at the library.
Thanks.
They're really interesting. And very powerful, Juniper.
Yeah,
You-
I'm getting that impression.
You could work with them and find out where the steering wheel came from.
Oh, I had thought about that. Yeah. Is that something you'd like? I mean,
I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't like it.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. You've given me something to think about, but I think they want me to go. So,
Yeah, they're boring. I just think about it. You could find out information, get some of that power, get some of that. They have to have some treasure and some money just laying around in piles in that big place.
it is considerably easier than piracy.
I mean, the books
It's just-
alone.
Oh God, what am I doing? Oh. Okay. Well, that's not what
Glad we could talk.
Yeah. Bye.
And the voice just kind of leaves.
He always does that. He just.
Zavar, is there anything that you want to do in the temple?
Has everybody already left?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I'll come back to you. Gerbil, anything you want to do in the temple?
Gerbil would have just kind of like. Are there pews that go like all the way back to like the entrance? You know,
Yeah.
he's going to be one of those people. He's going to walk in immediately, just like
Just go into one of the
sit,
back
like
pews.
the back furthest back row in the dark, and he's just gonna kind of sit there, just like arms crossed, tits, just holding the symbol of.
Eventually,
like,
after
yeah.
Tegan is done talking with him, the guy at the front would, the bald drow would kind of arrange things and turn and come back towards you, Gerbil. Is there something that I can Are you here to worship? Do you want... If you're here for the Great One, the altar's up there if you have an offering. Or, if you're not, there are smaller alcoves to the side. Or are you merely waiting for someone?
Waiting and thinking. Thank you, though.
Would you like to talk?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, I am here if you need anything.
Thank you.
Kind of turn and Pixren, is there anything that you would like to do here?
Yeah, if whatever direction Gerbil is moving, she's going to move. She's not interested in leaving an offering, but she's going to try to stop Gerbil if she can. Hey, Gerbil.
What? What?
Alistair?
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in Melissa Deer. After we found out Shanad was missing, I needed something to ground myself where I would have gone crazy, and so
It's okay.
Temple was there.
It's all right. I just... She has a lot of people that are not drow. And I accept that. I guess I didn't expect... Well, I guess I should stop assuming things. I'll just say this. She kind of lowers her voice. She's like so much shorter than Gerbil too.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's gonna. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I don't remember if she has.
Just grabs my ear.
Something to like, does she have? No. She's going to look up at him and just kind of. Can you keep? Take this stupid thing out of my hair. It's coming out. Rare is the individual, dark elf or not, who appreciates that Elistray is forging her own path. One that welcomes beings of all races who revel in life and the free form expression of all that entails. Welcome, brother. We have a lot to talk about.
Thank you.
She kind of, and then she kind of like
so seriously. So he's like, "What's happening?"
and then she like, because it's so serious and awkward between them, and it never like, it rarely is so serious. She like kind of pinches him a little bit and tugs on his hair. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go.
And as we're going back, Gerbil will awkwardly kind of say in Elvish. Well, he says Elvish perfectly. He's just being awkward, but he'll just be, "Thank you, sister." Yeah. So.
She just kind of side eyes him, like, "Oh, okay, maybe that wasn't such a great idea." Let's just drop. Let's never talk about this again. How about that?
Right, okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, I think everyone's on their way out. Zavar, were you wanting to do anything, or?
Yeah, is everybody left the temple?
Yeah, they're on their way out. They'll leave, yeah. They're leaving.
Zavar wakes up.
You just.
Where?
Oh my god.
I've been left alone again.
Oh, no.
Guys, get up! Runs out the door.
And as Zavar stumbles outside the temple, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Wow.
For a split second there, I thought Zavar was going to be like, wait till everyone leaves, and then be like, oh, great
No
one.
great
I'm
one!
here to serve you.
That would have been perfect.
Pulls like
He just,
100
opens up an entire bag of
crystals.
I
Yep.
offer all
Oh,
these
yeah.
It's like,
Ho ho ho! I'm a bugbear.
Raceless steps out from behind the altar.
Oh no.
Oh god. I'm out. Y'all can fend for
God.
You have done well,
yourselves.
my child.
Well, that is another episode of The Forsaken, which again is
We
every...
didn't even make it to the library.
I know. Which
We're
is
a master at that at this point.
every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Maybe the possibilities of them making it to the library next week are extremely high, although I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks. I've been like, yeah, guys, y'all are
Oh, yeah.
definitely getting the library tonight. Definitely.
We made it 15 feet. We're fine.
Definitely.
I mean, what do you think was going to happen the moment you had the carriage person ask, do you want me to stop you anywhere else in town?
Listen,
Yo,
like,
I had
Yes.
a plan
No.
before we even started this session,
No,
man.
I'm not blaming you at all.
No, not you. No.
I'm not blaming
Go to the
anybody.
Multiple studies have shown
I'm not blaming anybody.
you give us
I'm
an
just
option to
saying, it's
shop,
us.
we will shop.
It's
You
us.
should-
Oh, man.
thank you, beloved DM, for not
It was-
murdering our party.
But
You're
hey,
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm
This
for
is
the
the-
glad
information.
that I could help.
Yep.
I'm so
Thank you
glad
for the
I could
Execution,
help.
One more
information.
week.
And in
Um,
the same,
what?
This was the. Oh, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, in the same episode, we both got a side quest and finished the side quest
You
within
really
30
did.
seconds. We named
You really did.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Polo's book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Polo's book is
That still counts
named.
for the
It's
platinum
done.
trophy.
It still counts.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. All right. Well, thank you again, players. Thank you, viewers. Y'all are just the greatest. Again, hopefully we'll have our 2 players back next week. But let's see here. We have a lot of D&D content here on Madbird Streams. If I can find, there it is. The schedule, which is kind of incorrect, but we're working on it. Anyways, Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we have D&D 5e content at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Twice on Saturdays at 6 p.m. and then at 10 p.m. We are working on some other stuff throughout the week that probably won't come into fruition until the spring of this year in 2022. But there'll be some more stuff in the pipeline. And we'll also start to get our Patreon stuff back together. But you can check us out there still as well. The account's still active. We're just getting a few things reworked. But we are going to raid over to our friends over at -1 Charisma. Give them a caw in the chat. I remembered how to do raids still. And yeah, give them a little hello.
Good job.
And we will see y'all next week. And we should have our regularly scheduled shows this weekend, I think. So keep an eye on our Discord if you're not on there already, because that's a great place to kind of keep up to date if there's any cancellations, etc. So we will see you there. All right. Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Yay.
Woo!